farms are very rich, and some farms have barely any resources. So it's a wide range of rich, poor, diverse. Some have very poor soil, some have very rich soil. So we're looking for very strong variety of places. And today we really wanted to look at Dharma. So we just had a definition from Webster, so Dharma, what do they play? Just conformity to one's duty in nature. Also from Oxford, it brings a more religious definition, saying that the eternal and inherent nature of reality, regarded in Hinduism as a cosmic law, underlying right behavior and social order. So, from our tradition, we find that there is a definition which kind of is very connected. It's the innate characteristic of a being or thing. And that's been the heart of this presentation, the innate characteristic of a being or a thing. And our founder, Acharya, he also defined it as occupational duty, constitutional duty. That is Dharma, functional duty. So in this presentation, we're going to try to show you how constitutional duty of each one, plus the innate characteristics, are really relevant in the world of sustainability and ecology. So that's what we're trying to do today. And you see in this tradition, the cows and the bulls, they're very connected to Dharma, as you see. For example, there's a relationship between the cows and the bulls. You find in one of the scriptures, which has been cited here by Jiva Goswami, which was a presentation yesterday, the Srimad Bhagavatam, Dharma is shown as the personality of religious principle in the form of a bull. So here you see a deep connection between Dharma and the form of a bull. Then you have another quotation which shows that in Bhagavatam 1.17.3 that Gam, the cow, Cha, also Dharma Dhugam, is offering. You can draw religious dharmic principles from the cow. So again, Dharma and the cow, very connected. And then you have another quote where it says that Gavyam Ajam Havishu Aham. So the Supreme Person is now telling us that he, among all the ingredients of a sacrifice, he is the Panchagavya, the 5 elements which comes from the cow. And that's something which connects it very much. And then, somehow we had some technological problems. We talk so badly about the Industrial Revolution, the machines get angry at us and take a revenge, right? Take revenge. We most needed it. Now it's my turn to catch you. So now here we are looking at something which is, now we established Dharma in the cows, but here divinity is much more established. Look at this. Namo Brahmanyaya, divide, go, which refers to cows. Brahmanya, philosopher, seekers. Jagatitai Krishnaya, Govindaya. This person, Supreme, is called Govinda. It's the person who tenders cows. It's like a divine person who tenders. So a connection between the cows, the philosophers, and the Supreme Personality is really well established. And this is from the Vishnu Purana, another scripture in our tradition. And then there's another quote which established that, which is Akila Dharma Bhavanam. Who is the master of all religious principles, Dharma, or the occupational duty for a human being. So here we have, in our philosophical scope, very interesting connection between Dharma, the cows, and the Supreme Person. So it gives us an idea that that's something important, that we should pay attention. When we look at ecology, we'll find that a common definition is you have oikos, which means house, and logia, which means study. So this study of the house. How do you look at your environment, right? And they will basically define that as the branch of biology that deals with relationships of organisms or another in their physical surroundings. So ecology is really looking at relationships, interdependence between different layers of that ecosystem. And it's very much connected to that balance of nature. That's what an ecological. But then you want to say Dharma and ecology. Now, what would be a connection between both of these? You see that sustain and sustainability come from sustain. And the harmony comes from the root dri, which means to sustain. So there you go, a very deep connection between ecology and dharma, right? And if you look at the origin of our thought process of production, of agriculture, agro-development, you see that with the reductionist movement, like the positivism, mechanicism, we really went down the track of quantity. Quantity versus space. That's the definition of profit and productivity. How much you get per area. And a commodity is how much you produce over a piece of ground, a commodity of rice, wheat, soya. So it's been reduced to only the quantity. So you see, quantity and market become very important, and that has generated industrial agriculture. We won't go into that, it's well documented, this discussion. So opposing that, you have all these other alternative agriculture movements. Start in India with organic agriculture, permaculture, biodynamics, and all of this evolution, which came up as a synthesis to agroecology. So agroecology makes an attempt to link quality, which is the main characteristic of these systems, but they are kind of limited in quantity, and it tried to reconcile with quantity. So agroecology is really trying to design agroecological systems which can give quality and quantity. So in that line of thought, they really went into things like agriculture sciences, ecology, indigenous systems. They really look at the Indians of Amazon, of Africa, of Australia. They're trying to understand how they kind of navigated those natural laws which Dharma might give a clue. So that was part of their idea. But still, there was a missing link, which is some of the secrets that we just heard beautifully in the previous presentation, how these birds migrate from Alaska to Hawaii. So there are secrets which Dharma can reveal. And that's the field that we here can really explore and can really contribute. And just today, you see that these are cows, and here's the dairy industry is very blamed for the ecological hazard of our planet. And some lines say that they are the major contributors to global warming. And the ultimate vision is that ultimately the cows would basically disappear, and that would be success for the system. Now, that creates a little research question for us, because as we have seen, there is a big connection between Dharma and Bhakti and the practice of devotion. Because, as we saw, you can derive the religious principles. So for the Vaishnavas and this Gaudiya Vaishnava, it poses a challenge, a Vaishnava practitioner, to show a functional system for producing milk from protected cows and the benefits of such milk for the upliftment of consciousness. So that's the research question which we can really engage and give a contribution to the world. Because the trend is going in the direction that industrial dairy is not very good, it's not very beneficial, therefore we should eliminate it. But we have to consider that Dharma is very connected to the bulls and the cows. So that poses a real research question. And to start addressing that, one of our members in the team, he has been researching for a long time about how a certain substance which is present in the milk is also responsible for very refined activities in the brain. And that's the presentation which Chris McNay is going to present.